Hello beautiful people, it's Charlie, and today I'm going to talk to you about something that I obviously love to talk about because I talk about it in a lot of my video, but that's food. But specifically in this video I'm going to talk about winter fruits that I ate in Korea this past winter. I'm going to tell you about the types of fruits that I see a lot in the winter time. So let's get started. Winter is from around December through February. I really wanted to make this video because I know a lot of people are curious about how much I spend on fruit in Korea. I know that a lot of people think, oh my gosh, fruit in Korea is so expensive. I've heard of how expensive it can be. So how are you surviving on a high fruit diet in Korea? So I'm going to talk to you guys about that a little bit. We're nearing towards the end of February and I'm starting to see some new fruits pop up for spring. Not that they're necessarily new to me, but just I haven't seen them in the winter. So I want to get this video out there before all the spring fruits pop up and I can't do this video anymore. So in the winter time, bananas are definitely abundant. They're one of the most abundant fruits that I see in Korea. I see bananas all the time, kind of like I see dead people except it's bananas. So bananas from throughout the whole year I feel are always available. So it's a nice thing that bananas are a staple for me because they're available in the winter and I see them usually at every fruit stand. So bananas. I buy my bananas on the street. I live in Incheon, which is a metropolitan city, so it's not very rural at all. So I don't get a lot of street markets, but near my house there is a place where on the street you have a setup of different people selling fruit, and there's a stand for tons of fruit, and that's where I have built a relationship with the people, that sounds weird, with the people who sell the fruit. They know me, they know I eat a lot of bananas, I buy a lot of bananas, and they expect when I come, they know, one box, han box, they know. So they typically give me a discount. So I buy a box at a time of bananas, and a box for me generally costs 25,000 won, which is around $25. It's actually supposed to be more expensive for one box, but I usually I only have bought $25 boxes from them because they know I always come to them and I always buy in bulk. So they are my friends now and they usually give me a $25 box. So this isn't the full box. I added a few more, a bunch of bananas. When you see them yellow with no spots at all, they're usually 3,000 won. That's how much I see them for in my area. A full bunch of bananas for 3,000 won, which is like $3. And once they start getting spots on them, they'll usually sell them for 2,500 to $2. So I personally, because I try and save money in little areas as I can, I usually never buy 3,000 won bananas. I always buy usually 2,500 or 2,000 won bananas, so like $2. When I buy the box, usually I'm getting a box and each bunch is around 2,000 to 2,700, usually no more than that. Because I really don't want to pay $3 for a bunch when I'm buying in bulk. So the next thing that I see is persimmons. These are very abundant in the winter time, and there are many different types of persimmons, but in Korea the two main types that are known persimmons are available in Korea. Usually they're sold in these packs, and this one was 2,000 won. There's 2, 4, 5 here, and this is what they look like if you've never seen a persimmon. And these are hard. You can eat this type hard, or you can eat them ripe and soft. I personally love the really, really ripe ones. And these taste really good. They taste kind of like cinnamon right now. Like if you were to eat it, kind of like a cinnamon type fruit. Persimmons are very abundant during this time. These were 2,000 won for 5, but they can range between 2,000 won to 5,000 won. It really depends on what stall you get them at and how ripe they are. I've noticed that some of the riper ones and the other variety can be around 4,000 won. And when they're ripe, sometimes they will sell them for more because some people do really enjoy eating them ripe. They're a great mono meal. I love blending them up or just eating them when they're super, super ripe. They're gooey and it's like a little treat. They're really, really delicious. You guys may have seen the persimmons in my What I Eat Wednesday videos, especially in December. I was eating a lot of these, really ripe, and some of you were like, those are really gooey and bursting. Yeah, I like to wait for them to get ripe to eat. The next thing that I have seen a lot are apples. They're not too expensive. Sometimes you can find some expensive apples. I got this bag for $5. I think there were around 15 apples for $5. You build a relationship with the person that sells you fruit. You can start working and seeing how low they will go if you buy in bulk. Apples are definitely abundant during the winter time. It's another thing you can add to your list for staple fruits in the winter. Another thing is the Asian pear. Asian pears are around, but I actually don't buy a lot of Asian pears, but every once in a while I'll receive one from a coworker or I will buy one sometimes. They're really, really delicious, but Asian pears are available in the winter, but you're going to spend a little bit more money on them, I think. This one, just for one, was $2. But it's pretty big, but it's still $2 for one piece of fruit, I think is a lot. This would be something like a treat for me. So this is the Asian pear. It's really big and it's definitely a kind of a treat. But if you're not a big pear person, then I wouldn't invest in a 2,000 won pear. Strawberries are sometimes abundant in the winter, and the interesting thing about strawberries is that you'll see them in the winter. They'll come randomly and then they'll die out in your town and then they'll probably pop back up again. It's one of the interesting things is because they're probably harvesting and then, you know, waiting for a few more to grow and then harvesting again or something like that. Take advantage of that time that they show up. They will be a bit expensive when they first show up. One regular size pack of strawberries can be like $5 to $9 or $10. And I'm talking about the regular pack size that we would see in the US. I'm used to paying maybe $3 for a little carton of strawberries, but $10 is, whoa, you know. This here, I got this for $8, and this is a good deal to me because it's a nice size. It's a large size of strawberries, and for $8, this is a very good deal. When you get the chance, be sure to take advantage of the strawberries. You don't have to go out and buy all the time, but it's nice to treat yourself every once in a while to some strawberries, and when you see them in the winter, it's really a treat. So they do end up, for me in my town, they ended up popping up again. So I saw them once, they died out a little bit, and then they came back. So right now they're abundant in my town. So I decided that I would buy some. Some people probably think spending $8 on strawberries is a lot, or $10 for a regular size carton, but it's nice to have a treat every once in a while. The next thing is pears, tangerines. Tangerines are abundant in the winter time. If you saw my What I Eat Wednesday videos, you'll see that I ate a lot of tangerines in the winter. They are something that I have mono-mealed on, where I'll eat just a ton of these for a whole meal. These are abundant and you can find them for a pretty good price, usually around 3,000 won for a bag of these. So I would spend maybe 3,000 to 4,000 won, yeah, on a bag, which is pretty good. Sometimes you'll get like 35 for 3,000 won or something like that. These are one of my favorite fruits to eat in Korea, especially in the winter time. They are a way that I get my sunshine in my food. It's seriously a little packaged bit of sunshine. These are so delicious. Definitely one of my favorite fruits to eat in the winter. They're amazing and very flavorful. Korean tangerines are so good. And these are from Jeju Island. Any tangerine that you find here is usually from Jeju Island. Some people try to sell you tangerines as like some type of special, like, oh, these are Jeju Island tangerines, buy these. But they're actually pretty much all from Jeju Island. And they're really good, very delicious. So you're getting a little bit of sun pretty much in all of your fruit. But I just feel like I'm getting an extra bit of sun through that. There are definitely other fruits that are around, but not as prevalent as these, I feel. So the 4 major ones are bananas, persimmons, tangerines, and apples. The other special ones are the strawberries that do pop up but are a little more on the pricier side sometimes. Some grapes and some Asian pears. The next thing I'm going to talk about is ripening your fruit. Ripening bananas can be a bit difficult in the winter time. I know a lot of people know this, that you can put your bananas in a box with an apple and it will help to ripen them a lot faster. You can also put your bananas near other ripe bananas and that'll help to make them ripe. But unfortunately, this doesn't always work in Korea during the winter time because it's so cold. So one of my tips is to put the box on your heated floor. You don't want it to be too high, but at least you're getting some heat to it. That way it helps to ripen your bananas a lot faster. Another thing that I would recommend is if you are a big fruit eater or you just want to have fruit in general, and a good thing would be to buy your fruit early. That way it has time to ripe before you're ready to eat it. So it's kind of something you need to be prepared for, stocking up on fruit early. So this is pretty much everything that I see abundant in Korea during the winter time. I know it might seem like it's not a lot, but it actually is decent and it's probably not as expensive as you expected it to be or thought it might be. So I hope this helped to ease some of your curiosities or fears about coming to Korea and eating a high fruit diet or just eating fruit or buying fruit in general, especially during the winter time. Please like this video and comment below if it was beneficial. I will be making one for spring and summer as well, and also fall. So I hope this helped and I hope you really enjoyed this video. Be sure to eat a lot of fruit. It's very good for you. And I will see you guys in the next video. 다음에 봐요. 다음 video 봐요.